think I found the perfect way to explain the twin flame journey as well as what twin flames are just by one video. And I'm going to show you guys because I want to share this. I want to help you guys get a better understanding of what twin flames are and what the journey is all about. I thought this was the perfect way for me to show you guys by using music and imagery. Excited to share this with you guys, and I hope that you enjoy it. If you do, give this video a thumbs up, as well as leave me a comment below. When we look at red, we think of pain and deep-rooted trauma. Underneath you see this silver. Now I want you to think of silver as representing their healed selves. So when we look at it, she is pulling apart all his wounds, his trauma, his insecurities, his fears, and she is illuminating those areas and showing him what he needs to heal. Let's look at the lyrical context. One day I'll give you my heart when it's not in two, indicating that they will come back together when they are healed. The twin flame journey is all about healing, self-love, so looking at your inner child wounds, programming your mind, reparenting yourself. I want you to think of the heart as being a soul. So think of the soul in two. One soul that's split into two bodies. The ultimate goal is for both twins to be one with one another. They are there to bring them back to their true essence. Twin flames will trigger each other. Both twins will see their pain, their trauma, insecurities through their twin. Their twin is projecting all of that and illuminating it for them. They are highlighting the areas in which they're not healed. A lot of the twin flame journey is internal. When your twin is behaving in a way that you don't want them to or you don't like, it's because they are triggering you. Every time you interact with your twin, you always have to reflect on how they're behaving and then look within yourself to highlight what it is that you haven't healed. Twins are there to help each other heal. It can be uncomfortable, it can be painful, but it's necessary in order for those two individuals to come back together as one. Twins will continue to trigger each other until they are fully healed. So if you are not healed, your twin is going to show you that. It's kind of like a wake-up call in a sense. It's kind of like your twin is like projecting and projecting on you to make you see. My twin brought out a lot of emotions in me that I didn't even know existed and I had repressed. For instance, I felt quite secure within my relationship. I didn't feel as though abandonment was something that projected into my relationship. When, you know, things started to fall apart, it began to really show. Whole behavior changed and very overwhelming to see my traumas being projected, and even just seeing it in myself because I had repressed them. I didn't even know they existed within me. I looked at myself and I was like, this is not me. Like, this is more of her behavior than it is mine. Like, this is how she's supposed to be reacting to this. Having got to know her in the time that I had, seeing how she behaves, you know, kind of like what she's been through and how it has affected her, I looked at myself and I was like, this does not correlate with the person that I am. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I experiencing these emotions when they don't align with me? But really, it was my twin showing me that these issues were within myself. She was projecting those onto me to show me that, you know, I had a lot of deep-rooted trauma that I had to work through. I wasn't familiar with behaving in a fearful way because that is what I always saw through her. I think I could love you to the day that you die. That is how you feel when you meet your twin, that instant soul recognition and just knowing that you have shared past lives with this person and you have so much unconditional love for them. It's kind of like that instant knowing that you love this person with every fiber of your being. The moment that you see your twin, the moment that you connect with your twin, you just know, like straight there and then, I knew my twin loves me. There was no doubt in my mind. I just knew. And I didn't know where it was coming from. I knew that it wasn't coming from an egotistical place. I just knew in my soul that she loved me, I loved her. It was that instant, you know, soul recognition between the two twins. There's a stage in the twin flame journey called glimpsing. The moment you first get a glimpse of your twin. I did glimpse my twin before I actually met her. I just had this curiosity to her. And all I knew was her voice. I didn't know her name. I didn't know anything about her. It was just like, who is this person? You need to get to know this person. That was the glimpsing moment that I shared with my twin. Once you have healed your inner child, you have balanced your masculine and your feminine energies, as well as reconditioned and reparented yourself. When spirit decides that it is time for you both to be together and to be in full union. I say full union because I've had many unions with my twin, but we are both not healed. My twin, as far as I'm aware, is not awakened. I am the awakened twin, therefore my twin is not aware of the connection that we share. That is for her to figure out herself. I have surrendered. When spirit feels that she's ready to awaken, she will awaken. You start doing the work, your twin is going to start mirroring that, and they're going to do their own individual work. You have to be in this place where you are not chasing or running. You have to learn to balance your inner feminine and masculine energies, and that can be difficult because the roles in the twin flame journey can switch. For instance, I started as the chaser in the connection, then recently I ran from the connection. Now I'm in this place of surrendering and not chasing nor running. I'm just in the middle, just focusing inwards, doing my inner work, focusing on my spiritual growth, and learning tarot so that I'm not always focused on her. Because with twins, they are always on your mind every second of the day. From the minute you wake up to the moment that you go to sleep. Even when you're asleep, you dream of them. You have vivid dreams, lucid dreams even. So I've been really delving into my spiritual growth so that I can focus my attention and my energy on something other than my twin. Spirit is always gonna be giving us these signs and trying to lead us back to our twin. There's this magnetic pull between twins, always going to be drawn back to one another no matter what. You cannot escape the twin flame journey once you're on it. Spirit is going to hound you and bombard you with signs until you get it in your head that you're on this journey, and you either do the work or get hounded by spirit. When I first awakened, I had an inkling that she was my twin. The more that I learnt about twin flames, the more that it scared me, because I was like, this is perfectly explaining the dynamic of my relationship with her and what has been happening, where we're currently at and what's going on. It's very intense and terrifying. I was not really receptive to it, and I kind of just kept putting it to the back of my head. Let's just say I would never get a break. I was just bombarded from spirit with sign after sign every single day. I just couldn't escape it. It is since surrendering that I've felt so much more peace within myself, and I'm not really being bombarded too much by spirit anymore. I still get signs from spirit and relating to her, but they're not as hardcore as they were. Stay still and pay attention to the signs around you, the angel numbers, anything that you see throughout the day that stands out to you, because nothing is a coincidence, nothing. So if you're seeing something, it means something. So you really have to be on board and listen to what you're being told. For me, everything was always leading back to her. Every time I was doubting our connection or I was doubting her, I would always get signs from spirit or even her. That's the thing is with twins, like, you both can feel each other's energy. It's crazy. I have felt my twin's energy. I can identify when I'm feeling my twin's energy. There was a time where I was playing video games, I was high spirited, and I just got hit with this wave of heaviness and sadness, and I was like, what just happened? Like, what am I feeling right now? Even when in separation with your twin, you can feel them. I dream about her very frequently. I don't always remember my dreams, but I can just always feel her energy. I just know she's there. That was making me go crazy because I could feel her. It's a whirlwind of a journey, and I'm extremely grateful to be on it and to be able to share this connection with my twin. Twins meet each other, they go into this state of blissness. It's called the honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase is just like a period of blissness. It's like when you first meet your twin, everything feels perfect. You feel like you and your twin can take on the world together. You feel really empowered. When it starts to die down, that is when things start to fall apart, and you start triggering each other, and it brings to the surface your traumas, your wounds. The relationship still feels so new. This represents the separation period. I've been in and out of separation with my twin. Separation isn't just this one thing, at least in my experience. You can go through many separations with your twin. As I said, the energy can always shift so that the chaser becomes the runner. That means that you will keep getting put into separation periods so that you can do your individual work and then come back together when you both have done that work. You have to release all expectations. As difficult as it is, because you have so much love for your twin, you have to have unconditional love for yourself. Your twin always will have unconditional love for you. No matter what happens between you both, But, you know, you kind of have to come to a point in your journey where you surrender and you let go of that attachment and that, you know, expectation, and you focus on yourself, and you come into this place with your twin where you both can be in communication with each other, but you don't put expectations on what you should be, or, you know, you don't put a label on yourself. The moment that you release expectation, the moment that the journey becomes a little bit easier, things will start moving in a more positive direction for you both. You just kind of have to this point where you can be friends with your twin, and anything else that happens after that is entirely up to you and your twin. But ultimately, you have to make peace with that. Nobody knows what is going to come out of this journey at the end with you and your twin. It is entirely up to you both. But the moment that you release that expectation and you just focus on you is the moment that you're going to see a lot of movement in your connection. Anyone who is subscribed to my Patreon will get first access. Therefore, if you would like first glimpse of the series, make sure that you go over to my Patreon and subscribe. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, then feel free to reach out to me on Instagram.